Aloha sailors! Welcome to another episode of My Salty Sea Life. If you're new to the channel, my name is Larkin and I will be your host as we take an inside look at what it's really like to live and work aboard a ship in the salty seas. If this sounds like fun to you, make sure to smash those like and subscribe buttons to follow my adventures both on and off the ship. You'll find everything from how to become a sailor to swimming with sharks in Hawaii. This week I am so excited to bring you my origin story. People approach me all the time asking me how I got started. How did I get involved with ships? How did I get involved with science? So this episode, I'm gonna break it all down exactly how I got started. That's right. Gather round, children. Come to hear the tale of the girl from Kentucky who, without a degree in science or any ship's experience, became a science communicator on the high seas, working on research vessels around the world. Did I get your attention? Good. Let's get started. The tale begins 10 years ago when I was living in Chicago, Illinois. I am from Louisville, Kentucky, but I was living in Chicago at the time. Chicago is an amazing city. Great music, fantastic nightlife, delicious food. Oh my gosh, the food. Although I really enjoyed bartending in Chicago, I was ready for a change. I've always wanted to travel for my career. With bartending, I had done quite a bit of traveling because I would save up my money and then I would leave for like a month or a month and a half to go like have an adventure somewhere. But I was ready for my job to be travel. Get money while you're traveling around and seeing all these beautiful new places. That's the dream. So I started researching, what's a job that I could do where I could travel with? I started looking into cruise ships and I thought about it, you know, cruise ships, they go to all like the beautiful places. They go to all the vacation spots. So that's a great place to start. As I'm scrolling through the different cruise ships, I see Norwegian Cruise Lines. When I clicked on Norwegian's page, a little flashing light came up and it said now hiring. Perfect. When I clicked on that, there was all these open houses throughout the US. There was one in Chicago just 2 weeks from that date. I thought, oh my gosh, this is it. This is my sign. Like they're gonna be here in 2 weeks. I got my resume together, showed up, boom, boom, got the job. I got hired as a bartender and before I knew it, I was whisked away to Honolulu, Hawaii, and the adventure begins. As luck would have it, by the time I got there, they actually didn't need any bartenders anymore, but what they did need was a jewelry sales associate, which is funny because it was a very fancy jewelry store and I walk in with my bones and feathers trying to sell this super expensive jewelry. And actually, I did do pretty good. I was having a blast enjoying the perks of this new cruise ship lifestyle. Different ports every day, exploring the lush jungles, making lifelong friends while raging both on and off the ship. I mean, here's the jewelry store crew on Christmas, and here we are an hour later at Crew Bar. Oh yeah, everything you've heard about Crew Bar is probably true. My life was as follows. Island exploring in the morning, go to work, party all night, sleep very little, wake, repeat. I did that for 2 years. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty epic. But I wasn't completely satisfied in the jewelry store. I was wearing a dress every day, I was stuck behind a glass case, and if you know me, I'm a very outdoorsy person. I like working with my hands, I like, you know, I like adventure. I wanted something more hands-on. And that's when I started seeing the deckhands walking around the ship. Now the deckhands always had cool power tools. They were always up in the bridge with the captain and the mate helping keep watch. They were driving the tender boats around. They were everywhere that I wanted to be. So I started networking with them. When I told some of the people in the jewelry store what my plan was, that I wanted to be a deckhand, I definitely got some snickers and some people who really weren't that supportive. And that wasn't just in the jewelry store, that was like across the board. Some people just, they don't see your vision. And also they don't think that you can do certain things that you know you can do. They saw me in a dress behind that glass counter with all these, you know, all this fancy jewelry, and they didn't realize who I was. And I wanted to just scream like, you don't know me? I was in the military. That's right, I'm a veteran, surprise! I have so much to bring to the table besides selling jewelry. Don't ever judge a book by its cover. I'm literally a soldier. So right off the bat, some advice is that you're gonna have the haters, you're gonna have the naysayers. No matter where you go, there's always one or two people that are going to not be supportive, who are gonna give you a hard time for your dreams. They're gonna make you feel like you can't accomplish your dreams. My advice is, do not let them get to you. Do not. One day you're gonna be able to go back and say like, look at me now. Which I guess with this video, I can say, look at me now. You can do whatever you wanna do. Anything is possible. Okay. Moving on. Through my research, I found the two major ways that people get started in the mariner field. They either A, go to an academy, which is like sailor college, or 2, they work their way up the house pipe. Now, the house pipe is the pipe which the anchor comes out of, the anchor chain comes out of. It's kind of like a metaphor for working your way up the chain of command. You start out as an unlicensed deckhand or an AB, and then you work your way up, to licensed deckhand, bosun, mate, captain, port captain, so on and so forth. So it's called working your way up the house pipe. Since I was ready for adventure and I was ready to hit the ground running, being in the classroom didn't really sound like my cup of tea at the time. I wanted to find a job where I could start working right away and learn the skills on the job site. So I chose working my way up the house pipe. But here's the catch. You need experience to get that first job, but you need that first job to get the experience. So it's this kind of catch-22 thing going on. Luckily, there are a few companies out there who hire unlicensed deckhands, and I found one of the best ones. Uncruise Adventures. I call it the Trader Joe's of the high seas because the people they hire are so amazing. To hear more about Uncruise and becoming a deckhand, you gotta come back next week. So if you haven't already, smash those like and subscribe buttons because we haven't even gotten to Zodiac driving, the world's deepest diving submersible, or the time I found polar bears. That's right, polar bears. See you next time. Mahalo!